Things we need to stay home and stay safe during this pandemic, but there are things you need to do, steps you need to take to make sure your utilities are not disconnected if you can't pay. We're going to walk you through those steps.
And with grocery stores limiting their hours, getting supplies might be difficult for the healthcare workers who are working long hours. How Memorial Hermann is coming to the rescue by bringing grocery items to the hospital. Details are ahead.
And after spending months at the International Space Station, 2 brave astronauts and 1 Russian cosmonaut back here on Earth, our local astronauts' message for us this morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. 6:30 now on a Friday. I'm Tanaya Wright.
I'm Owen Conflenti. Good morning, Anna Veets. Traffic will be along shortly, but first, Britta. We were in the 40s and 50s yesterday morning, warming up a little bit.
A little different. It's really comfortable, though. So we're waking up in the 60s this morning. We're at 67 degrees. That temperature is from Hobby Airport. Mid to upper 60s on the southwest side. And Galveston, you're waking up in the low 70s. So this is about a 10-degree warm-up compared to yesterday. But again, it's comfortable. This afternoon, you're going to feel more humidity, see more clouds in the sky, and we'll top off at 80 degrees. We do have a chance of rain. We're expecting a few afternoon showers, but thunderstorms will be a bigger issue on Saturday and Sunday, especially on Sunday. Could see some heftier downpours. A few of you could experience severe weather. We'll give you the timeline and the threats coming up. Over to you.
6:31 now. Protests have started popping up around the country over the stay-at-home orders. This is how things looked in Austin yesterday outside of the governor's mansion. A group, Reopen Texas, held a 5-hour rally there. Today, Governor Abbott is expected to unveil his plan to reopen the state's economy. Channel 2's Vincent Crivelli joins us now live with more on that. So, Vincent, what are we expecting to hear from the governor today?
Good morning. Well, Governor Greg Abbott is releasing details of his plan to reopen Texas during a press conference at noon. It will likely closely resemble the president's 3-phase approach.
The decision to reopen the country will not come from the president.
It's going to be up to the governors. We're going to work with them. We're going to help them. But it's going to be up to the governors.
At noon, Governor Abbott will unveil his plan to reopen Texas. President Trump says he believes 29 states can begin reopening soon.
We are not opening all at once, but one careful step at a time.
The plan involves 3 phases dictated by how widespread the infection is. Phase 1, keep schools closed, continue social distancing, but allow restaurants and movie theaters to reopen under strict guidelines. Phase 2, non-essential travel can resume, bars and schools can open. And Phase 3, for the most part, return to normal life. So far, Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo hasn't said much about her plans to restore our economy, except
the biggest planning right now goes to the testing. It goes to the capacity, the modeling.
Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner also tight-lipped.
We are having conversations, but we are not at this point ready to announce how we are going to open this city up at this point in time.
And the current federal guidelines for social distancing expire at the end of the month, and they're not expected to be renewed. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, Vincent Crivelli, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Okay, Vincent, thank you. 6:33. Less than 1% of all Texans have been tested in the state, so it's really hard to know the full scale of the coronavirus across Texas.
That's right, but we do know that more rapid testing sites are coming to Houston today. Let's bring in health reporter Haley Hernandez with more on where people can go. Again, Haley, this starts today.
It does, and there are 2 sites opening. One of them is off of Westheimer and Highway 6, and another is in Pasadena along West Southmore Avenue and Shaver Street. Now, each site, they say, can conduct 200 rapid tests every day, meaning the test can be processed in just 15 minutes. These are at Walgreens, and Walgreens says that you may have to wait up to 24 hours to get those results, despite how quickly these tests can be processed. You will have to make an appointment and get tested and patients must be pre-screened. We are showing you how to book an appointment on click2houston.com. Now, you know, healthcare workers have jobs that have changed in ways that they never could have imagined. Caring for coronavirus patients means that they are now holding hands and providing comfort like a family member would, since family members cannot actually be by their loved one's side in the hospital. Nurse Tabitha Kintner at Methodist Hospital found herself caring for a World War II veteran and helped the family talk to him via video before he passed away.
Sean started telling him what a great dad he was, what an amazing grandfather he was, and thanking him for the foundation of faith that he had built in her life. And it was the last time he opened his eyes. It was when he heard his daughter's voice.
Now, you know, that story is one of thousands that healthcare workers on the front lines have shared with us. We will hear more from this Houston story ahead on the Today Show. And providers are telling me that during and after this pandemic, we are going to need a lot more mental health support. This afternoon, Fort Bend is hosting a virtual town hall on mental health. One of the psychiatrists who I talked to a lot post-Harvey is going to be the expert answering your questions, as the county named Dr. Asim Shah the chairman of their new mental health task force. To hear what he has to say, log on to the Facebook Live at 2 o'clock this afternoon on Judge K.P. George's Facebook page. So it's all going to be done via Facebook Live. And since so many hospital workers do work long shifts, it can be tough to make it to the store, especially with more hours being limited. Plus, just like us, they want to stay safe and healthy through this pandemic by limiting exposure to the public. So what you're looking at right now is video from Memorial Hermann. They have brought a mini grocery store into the hospital for their staff. They tell me the mini markets are offering staple items like milk, eggs, cereal, rice bread, bottled water, toilet paper, and paper towels.
We will continue to offer this as a service so long as people are not able to find these items in the stores or until the crisis is over.
So they made sure to secure some of those items that have been really tough to come by, and they say that this is going to be available at every single campus. Tanaya?
All right, Haley, and you're going to be back with us talking in a moment about child regression during the pandemic. Is that something a lot of parents say they're dealing with right now?
Yes, it is, because kids really can't express themselves like we do when we, can express that we're bored, frustrated, scared. Children often are acting out or misbehaving or just starting to exhibit behaviors that you probably thought they've already outgrown. It's such a common thing right now, actually, that the American Academy of Pediatrics is speaking out about how to deal with it. So I'm going to share those tips coming up.
Definitely. It's affecting a lot of adults. I can just imagine how it's affecting the children. Thank you, Haley. We'll talk to you again in just a little bit.
6:37 now. I want to update you on the number of coronavirus cases in the area. 6,495 reported over the last 5 days. We've added more than 1,100 cases. 124 people have died in this area. 1,472 have recovered. Houston ISD is continuing to hand out meals to students. These are the schools where you can drive up and pick up food, including Fleming Middle School, Scarborough High School, Young Elementary, Osborne Elementary, Pilgrim Academy, and the NRG Stadium parking lot. Note the times vary from place to place. We've got a full list for distribution sites at click2houston.com. An update now from HEB when it comes to product limits on purchases. No more limits on frozen foods and bread. Several other items are still being limited, though, at stores around Houston. We've got a full list of those at Click2.
Time right now is 6:38 this morning. Michael Cohen set to be released from prison in 2 weeks. President Trump's former personal lawyer was going to serve the rest of his 3-year federal crime sentence on house arrest, and this is all due to the coronavirus. The 53-year-old is incarcerated in a federal New York prison where 14 inmates and 7 staff members have tested positive. And that news comes as Bill Cosby's lawyers believe that he could be released from prison within a few weeks as well. Pennsylvania's governor issued an order to release nonviolent elderly inmates who have underlying health conditions. Cosby is blind and relies on others to get him around, which his attorney says puts him at a higher risk of contracting COVID-19. Now, they say they are waiting to see if Cosby is selected before filing a petition.
6:39, time for some good news. We want you to start your day off right with this guy.
That's the forecast. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
NBC weatherman Owen Wynn Evans. He tweeted, "When they said try working from home, they didn't think they'd expect me to do music too." Well, there you go. Viral post.
Sure it was.
If you see good news in your community, share it with us so we can share it with everybody. Maybe we'll use this sound for a TikTok dance video, Britta. What do you think? It's pretty,
I like it. I mean, those are
pretty high energy
skills.
Look at him go. That's incredible.
All I can provide is 3 kids and a couple pots and pans. Anybody interested?
Which is equally good.
I don't know.
The trick shot waiting to happen. Come on.
Exactly. I'll work on it later today. You know what? This morning we're off to a great start. We have cloudy skies. It's cool and comfortable in the 60s, but a big difference compared to yesterday. We were waking up in the upper 40s yesterday, so about 10 degrees warmer. You're going to feel the difference with those temperatures as we go into the afternoon forecast. I want to pause the clock around lunchtime. You see a lot of green showing up. Most of that is just the humidity that's going to be surging into southeast Texas. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid-70s, and in the heat of the afternoon, getting up to 80 degrees, we will see a few showers. Once you start to see a little bit of yellow popping up, those are the legitimate showers that we are expecting. About a 30% chance of rainfall for today. That is going up for this weekend. And Tenaya, Owen, we could see a few stronger thunderstorms, especially on Sunday. I have details on that coming up.
All right, we'll hear about that coming up, Britta. To the International Space Station and back down to Earth, all in under a year.
Coming up, the moment 3 astronauts return safely from space overnight.
Well, where you live and who supplies your power and water will depend on whether your service can be disconnected if you can't pay. But there are 3 things you can do to protect yourself and your family right now. We're going to walk you through those steps.
And ways to talk to your child about staying home and avoid unwanted interruptions while you're working. That's next.
On the next Houston Life, a brand new distillery that's serving bottles of not whiskey or vodka, but hand sanitizer.
See how this local business is giving back, plus how to grab a bottle for yourself today at 1.
At Papa John's, we want you to know that from our 450-degree oven to box to you, it's our policy that your pizza is never touched once it comes out of the oven. And we're taking extra steps like no contact delivery to ensure it.
The simplicity of a platinum pool means spending time with family and friends in your own backyard. Your platinum pool will make your house the place everyone wants to hang out. Platinum pools, we can prove the difference.
We're all in this fight, all the way, from the 7,000 Cigna clinicians supporting frontline doctors and nurses, to everyone staying home to protect others. Find answers to your most pressing questions at Cigna.com/COVID-19.
This right here is the new papadilla, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Latin for better than a sandwich. Even has a better pickle. Get a new papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Every morning, we come together to find hope.
These are times when we want to be with our families. What's your word of comfort?
I'm rediscovering the strength with family and friends, which has really come through in this time of need.
Everybody who is separated, we are with you.
All right, time right now is 6:43 on this Friday morning. Let's go now to health reporter Haley Hernandez. She's got more on child regression. Haley, tell us about this.
Yeah, well, you know what? Right now, kids might be acting out because they're missing their socializing, too. It's normal to have them regress and misbehave right now, but the American Academy of Pediatrics actually has tips on ways to deal with this.
Prevent boredom. Bored or frustrated children are more likely to act out. This is where Kingwood pediatrician Dr. Chiku Paul says it's important kids know the routine.
Work with your kid, play with your kid for an hour before you are starting your online schedule or work at home schedule, and an hour after you're finishing up your work at home schedule. That might help to prevent interruptions and attention-seeking behavior.
Next, address fears. Dr. Paul says kids might not be able to express when they're anxious, which can lead to unexplainable behavior.
So it is our job, even if they don't ask sometimes, to explain to them what's going on, to explain to them that most young adults and children are safe. And what we are doing is for our grandparents and our parents.
If your child needs discipline, he says to redirect bad behavior. Sometimes children misbehave because they need some guidance. And sometimes pediatricians advise it's best to just ignore what they're doing as long as it's not dangerous or destructive.
And if you do use timeouts, he says to use it on it's most effective on the very young children, where you can use, a minute in the corner for every year of their age. And don't forget about praising them. You have to praise them and show them success when they do something good, so that they recognize what good behavior is all about, guys.
All right, thank you, Haley. And this is a very stressful time for a lot of people, so good tips there.